So here we go. That's my name. I'm an alumnus of IIT Hyderabad and Indian School of Business. When it comes to the professional certifications, I've done my PMP, PMI, ACP, which is Agile Certified Practitioner. That goes to say that I can manage projects both in traditional way and also using Agile methodology, which is the latest methodology, right, within the IT space. I'm also risk management certified professional. I've done all these three certifications from Project Management Institute. I'm also a certified Scrum Master, so I can also implement the projects using Scrum, which is also another agile methodology. I've done my Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, Black Belt, and Master Black Belt from RAB QSA, Quality Society of Australasia, if you all are wondering on what that is. And RAB stands for Registered Accreditation Board, which is common across the globe. I'm also ITL certified, and I've also done my Agile Project Management Foundation and Practitioner, both the levels. So this is all about dynamic system and development methodology. And this happens to be my profession. I am a data scientist and I do a lot of research in analytics space. When it comes to the various companies that I've worked with, I've started off working with HSBC, which is predominantly driven using UK policies. I've worked I've then moved on to work with ITC Infotech, which is more or less driven using Indian policies under SME sector, small medium enterprise. I've then moved on to work with Infosys, which is also driven using Indian policies under large enterprises. And the last company that I was associated with is Deloitte, which is driven using US policies. So I more or less have exposure towards, the leading or developing countries or the developed countries policies, right? I've worked under that, so I know how the organizations work in these spaces or these regions. What do I do during my free time when I'm not working? Since I've played for Hyderabad Cricket Association at the age of 19, I continue playing cricket. That's my passion. I'm a fitness freak, so I give a lot of importance to my health, and I do a little bit of bodybuilding stuff. And the latest addition to the kitty of my hobbies is riding horse, right? That is what is given there. So this is in short about my introduction. Let us now get into the subject. I will be giving you all a brief introduction on why data visualization is extremely important and why should it be driven using a tool called Tableau. I would also speak about why data science is extremely important in the current world and why do we need to use R and what is this R all about. Even before I jump in and explain you all about these, let me tell you that we are getting drenched in data and we are starving for knowledge. Do you know what? Not just things which are on planet Earth are generating data. We also have things which are outside the planet which are relentlessly 24 bar 7 generating data, providing the weather report, helping you connect to the internet, right? Your television sets, you look into the various channels thanks to satellite, right? Navigation system, Google Maps. You get the data from things which are outside the planet. Mars rover, which generates the data about the various other planets. All right. So we get data every millisecond. Each credit card transaction that you perform or a debit card transaction is a data point which is getting generated. Each product that you purchase online or in a brick and mortar store is a data point that is getting generated. Think about your stock market. Across the globe, 24 bar 7, they have their own stock markets. So, needless to say, that every millisecond data gets generated. Things which were earlier on shelf, such as books in library, are now available online. Every book literally is digitized, available for us online in the form of ebook. With the advent of social media, We have data getting generated from Flickr, from YouTube, from Facebook, from LinkedIn, from Google Plus, so on and so forth. And thanks to your e-commerce giants such as Amazon, eBay, Snapdeal, Flipkart, right? We are getting data at a rapid pace. Netflix, which is online movie streaming store, is also generating data 24 bar 7. And Netflix is in India now. If you guys want to try out, you can try it 1 month trial. Now let me show you this mind boggling things. Here we go. We have a world of big data. How do I analyze that data? Before even we think about how to analyze the data, let me tell you this. There are 500 million tweets every day and 1.3 billion accounts. Wow, how much data would get generated? Think about each tweet of 140 characters multiplied by 500 million. Those are the number of tweets that we need to analyze on a daily basis. Every minute, 100 hours of video is getting uploaded onto YouTube. Think about downloading 1 hour of video. How much time would that take? And think about people analyzing 100 hours of video every minute and then segregating the videos which have terrorist activities, which have suicidal tendencies, which are pornography related, so on and so forth. 800 new websites are getting created every minute. And Mark Zuckerberg has come on record recently saying that 1 billion users across the globe were connected onto Facebook at a single time. At one moment. That's amazing. I have a question for you all. How many people do you have on the planet Earth? Anyone? Any guesses on how many people are there on the planet? You all can try out, You need not be correct. Don't be hesitant in answering or being participated. 600 crores, okay. Manohar says 600 crore. Anyone? Anyone else who wants to give a different number? 7 billion is what Swaroop says. That is slightly close, right? There are 7.7 billion people on the planet. Out of them, 1 billion people were connected to Facebook concurrently at a given point of time. That's important. Think about the amount of data that is getting generated once again. Google processes 100 petabytes of data each day. And 1 petabyte of data is equivalent to 1,000 terabytes. Any good configuration laptop would have 2 terabyte maximum. That is what I've seen at least. I mean, I'm speaking about decent configuration laptop. Think about 500 such laptops, right? That would be equivalent to 1 petabyte. And 50,000 such laptops would make it probably 100 petabytes. And that is the amount of data which Google processes each day. And when it comes to your retail store giants such as Walmart, there are 1 million customer transactions every hour. How big is big data? How big can it get? Let me show you that. So this is big data all about for you all friends. Way back in 2012, this was the data. 1.5 exabytes, which is equivalent to, 2.5, my bad. 2.5 multiplied by 10 raised to the power 18. Those many bytes of data was getting created every day. And if you're not convinced or if you're not happy with this volume of data, then let me show you this. That we are now entering into the world of 5G, not 4G. Okay. And your telecom giants, including your Verizon, AT&T, are planning to launch 5G. They're already doing the prototype now. And South Korea, which has the highest number of internet users by far on the planet, it's not US, wants to have 5G network up and running by Winter Olympics in 2018. Japan wants the same for the Summer Games in 2020. Now, the implications of this 5G network is as follows. There would be speeds of up to 10 gigabytes per second. That is equivalent to you guys downloading 10 videos, 10 movies per second. And the response times would be below 1 millisecond. It would not take even a second for you to open a website. With that speed, right, with that response time, think about the amount of data which would get generated. And what next? We have driverless cars, we have drones, we have sensors, we have robots, we have Internet of Things, which is all about connecting the devices together. Let me give you all a brief on Internet of Things. I'm not making up anything here. This has been showcased in Las Vegas recently. Every year there is something called as um, less, I believe, which happens there. That is an event wherein all the companies would showcase their modern products when it comes to technology. This is how this technology works. Smart homes. If you have fridge at home, if you consume X and if the tray is empty, your fridge would automatically place an order on the e-commerce site, and by the time you come back from office, X are ready for you. Washing machine would automatically place an order if the washing powder is done. Right? If you do not open the fridge for say 2 days or so, an alarm is sent to your neighbor or your friend or whoever be the caretaker that there might be something wrong. This person hasn't opened the fridge since 2 days. He opens the fridge at 7 a.m. daily to consume milk, maybe. So these are the kind of things that are starting up now, right? Very soon, you not have cars which will be driven by you. The moment you step out of the house, probably press a button, car would be ready for you. Driverless car would drop you at your home, and you need not worry about the parking. You can just walk into your office and come back. So this is what Internet of Things is. Just do a quick research. And by 2020, there would be 50 billion objects interconnected. 7.7 billion, if you even if you assume that the population would increase to 8 billion, 8 billion people having 50 billion devices connected. That means for each person, approximately 4 devices would be connected. Now, this is big data. This is the amount of data that we need to deal with. How would you analyze this? Right? That is what is data science and data visualization all about. Because of this advent of big data, Harvard, which is arguably the number one B school, happened to say this, that data scientists would be the sexiest job of the 21st century. They have made this statement way back in 2012, and which this statement aptly suits the current world and the world 10, 20 years down the lane. Right? And this is what is an alarming statement which Harvard has made, that the shortage of data scientists is becoming a serious constraint in some sector. They have rephrased this to all sectors, meaning there is job shortage of data scientists in all sectors, all industries, all domains, absolutely. All right, this is a very qualitative term, is it not? That there will be a shortage. How much would be the shortage? There we go. McKinsey has done this research, and McKinsey, which is one of the leading consulting firms, has to say this, that the shortage of talent when it comes to big data and analytics would be to the tune of 140,000 to 190,000 people. By 2080, US alone would face this shortage. Think about the world over. What would be the shortage? 1.5 million managers with analytical skills. That is a shortage that we are looking at. Now, here is where we have an opportunity, friends. Though this sounds very, you know, intimidating, there are a lot of opportunities for you all to grab from this. All right, this is the shortage, but what are the kind of salaries that a data scientist draws? Let me show you a few. Even before that, let us look into this. Data scientists are the new kings of the Silicon Valley. New kings. That is what most people have to say. Harvard Business Review says data scientists would be sexiest, or they would be sexier than the other professionals rather. And here goes another story which says data scientists are the new kings of the Silicon Valley. And if you want to look at the salaries of data scientists, let me show you this. That salaries of chief data scientists with over 10 years of experience, they are regularly touching 1 crore mark. Paytm was planning to hire, now they have already hired in Canada 8 data scientists, and they have paid them 1.5 crore each. Within India, touching 50 crore mark has become a norm for a person who has 10 to 15 years of experience. Now ask yourself, how many years of experience do you have? When would you reach 50 lakhs? Or when would you even think about attaining a salary of probably $200,000 in US? Check with your friends who are in US since ages, right? Don't just check with your freshers. Check with people who have 20 years of experience working in US and check with them on when would they get $200,000. They would be happy even, if they can achieve that mark at the time of their retirement. 30 to 50% hikes for data scientists is provided. That is the new news. And this is an article on Economic Times once again. Management accountants, data scientists, so on and so forth, get big pay hikes. New age IT skills can double your pay. That's the latest article. And people say terms like R, Hadoop, to all of the friends who are attending now. If you enroll now, Hadoop would be a free e-learning which would be provided to you all. All right. And this is what people have to say. You can double your pay. And what about the US market, etc.? Look at this. Hunt for unicorn data scientists is on. And unicorn data scientists are paid more than $200,000 per year. Even if they don't know how to code. That's the best part. Now, people from various industries join and ask me and frequently ask me this question on, do I need to know coding? Do I need to be an expert? My answer would be a plain simple no. Data scientist as a profession needs domain experience, needs the skills of, the concepts which we are going to train. Alongside, if you know a little bit of coding, that would suffice. But even if you don't know, you can achieve the magic figure of $200,000 per annum. Right? And this is what people have to say. MG1, MG2, even freshers who are newly out of college are drawing $91,000. I know a lot of friends of mine who have experience of, probably 10 to 15 years. They are also drawing $91,000 in US. All right. And there is a data visualization tool which we guys are going to learn as part of this curriculum, and that is called as Tableau. The salaries for Tableau are as follows, and the most important thing that you need to look into is the growth in the salary index and this part. Average Tableau salaries for job postings nationwide are 77% higher than average salaries for all job postings nationwide. 77% higher. That is what you have to look at. And for the Indian market, Look at this, friends. Data scientist is what I've searched now. Before this session, I've done this. 8,732 data scientist jobs are awaiting you guys. And let me show you a few salaries. You can do a quick search, You need not trust me on this. I might be trying to lure you all. Data scientists with 5 to 10 years of experience, 20 to 35 lakhs per annum. Yeah? 2 to 7 years of experience, 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs per annum, so on and so forth. Just explore for your own good. And Tableau has 1008 jobs. These are the niche jobs. There are not many people for this. So you can readily get into the market with this. If you all do not still trust me, I've opened this Google Trends live. This is the live data I'm showing at this moment, at this second. When I search data scientist, I see that there is an exponential growth in the demand for this profession. There is no linear growth, my dear friends. There is exponential growth. And this growth would continue into the future as long as there is technological enhancements. All right. So, all this aside, I also want to tell you all that you would be learning a tool called R, which is a statistical tool, right? But even before that, I believe there is a question from Swaroop. Yes, Swaroop, please go ahead. Swaroop, are you there, friend? Yep, I think Swarup is asking me a question. Is there market saturation for this trend? Okay, good question, but I would like to ask a question to you rather than answering this directly. Do you think the market for the smartphones would reduce? I want everyone to answer on this. No. Do you think the number of internet users would come down? Do you think the internet penetration would go down? Do you think the amount of data getting generated would come down? No, 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 right? If the answer is no from you all, then my answer is also no. This trend would not come down ever, never, ever. All right. So let me show you one thing on why this tool R is so dominant in the market. There is, of course, a tool called SAS. You all would be given free e-learning access to the SAS base module also. But look at the demand for SAS. Is it increasing or decreasing? What do you guys think? The blue color bar is the demand for SaaS in the market. Look at that blue line there. What do you guys think? Is the trend increasing or decreasing there? Look at this Google Trends. Absolutely, it is decreasing. What about SPSS, which is from IBM? IBM has, bought SPSS long back, and now they're trying to market this as a statistical tool. Is the demand for SPSS also coming down? Yep, absolutely. Now compare these two with R. What do you feel? R is so dominant with 2 million users across the globe, with most of the PhDs, research scholars working on R. The development and enhancements and advancements would be with respect to the tool called R, which is open source, free for download for you as an individual, and free for download for your organizations as an enterprise. Yeah, it is free for download, and SaaS or SPSS would probably cost you crores of rupees. Also, we would be learning about a data visualization tool called Tableau. Now, this is what I've done, right? I've compared Tableau against another data visualization tool called Click. I will show you more things now in a moment, but look at this. Tableau versus Click. When I search Tableau and Click, there is absolutely no comparison, right? Tableau has blown away Click. However, when I've tried to scroll down and check what is this, why is it happening, then I found out that there is a lot of demand in France. And when I've actually searched, there is something called as Tableau, which refers to something else in France. Hence, I've clicked on Tableau software data visualization here. Let me compare apples with apples. And when I've done that, whoa, let me use click here and see. Now, what is a comparison between these two? Still, there is no comparison whatsoever. The reason being, Tableau is not just your business intelligence tool or data visualization tool, it is also an analytical tool. Let me show you a few interesting insights about Tableau. And then probably you guys might feel that Tableau is worth learning. Gartner, which publishes the Magic Quadrant, that is comparison between all the players within a specific space, right? For example, this Magic Quadrant is with respect to the business intelligence and analytics platforms, right? And Tableau evaluates each and every organization based on multiple parameters, and companies crave to be in this particular quadrant called leaders quadrant, which is the number one quadrant. And you see here Tableau, it is in the leaders quadrant. It is competing with the likes of Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, SAS, MicroStrategy, so on and so forth, SAP, Click. But this is dated back to 2013. Now you guys might say, hey, don't speak about the past, come to the current world. Look at this. I'm coming to the current world now. Look at 2014. Tableau still happens to be in the leaders quadrant. And it is number one when it comes to ability to execute. Wow. It's number one. It has surpassed all the major players, including your giants, technology giants such as Microsoft, SAP, IBM, so on and so forth. Now, again, you guys might say, hey, you're showing me 2014 data. Hold on, friends, I'm coming to that. In 2015, Gartner has once again published the Magic Quadrant, wherein Tableau once again holds the leader's position and number one position when it comes to ability to execute. No other player is even closer to Tableau there. And in 2016, fourth year in a trot, Tableau happens to be in the leaders quadrant still. And you see Click is trying to, compete with Tableau. But I've shown you all Google Trends on what is the correlation, right? I mean, Click probably cannot even compete with Tableau. I've recently done a quick research on that, and I've published an article on this also. I feel that Click cannot, in the near future come closer to Tableau. All right, back to the browser. So we at XLR have composed a very comprehensive curriculum to ensure that you guys get placed or you guys move into this profession with ease. For that, we have done a lot of market research, and we have ensured that we included all the concepts which are required from your job perspective and from moving into data science as a profession perspective. If you all want to analyze further, let me show you all that. These are the four key concepts or domains that you'll be learning: statistical analysis, data mining, forecasting, and data visualization. If you want to further deep dive and look into each domain and the concepts which are covered, here we go. Within statistical analysis, all you need to do is click on the course agenda and you get to see the course agenda which will be covered. More or less, we'll stick to this agenda. More or less. We might tweak a few concepts and add, relatively newer concepts. That might happen. But that's one part. Each and every session that we conduct here is recorded and uploaded to a learning management system which looks like that. I've connected using admin credentials, hence you'll be able to see the various other options. Otherwise, you would be given access to the specific course of your interest or the course that you have joined. And this is how it would appear. All the files that I use during the session, etc., would be uploaded here on a daily basis, and you can play that. So this was, I believe, the demo session, and let me scroll it further. Yeah. That's my voice. It sounds very weird for to hear my voice during my session. Anyways, this is one part. Another thing is we also have a WhatsApp group, and we keep adding the participants to the WhatsApp group. We have created multiple WhatsApp groups wherein on a daily basis you'll see these kind of questions, interview questions, which will ensure that even if you do not like, you get tagged. And if you can just look into those questions, try to answer by doing some research, and also look at the explanation that we provide, that's job half done. And there'll be a lot of industry sessions. For example, one of a past student, Yogesh, he has got 5 job offers within a span of maybe 2 to 3 months, and he's conducting a session tomorrow. Right? I mean, that's amazing. 5 job offers. Another person has just moved to US, Sushanta. He has also got 3 to 4 job offers. That is the kind of support that we provide. All right. So I would quickly stop here rather than continuing further and request you all to ask your questions now.